I am, I've got a lot going on right now, and I don't know if I'm going to show you or not, but we'll see. But my husband and my children went away for the weekend, so I have 2 full days that I wasn't planning on having. Just kind of alone, and there's a lot of things I could be doing. Taxes, that's always something, some kind of bookkeeping. There's probably like so many people that I would love to catch up with and talk to, but right now I'm just like hanging out in my bedroom, drinking coffee, and deep diving into, there's like, I don't know how many tabs open on my computer right now, and I have multiple pages of just yellow notebook, like just notes after notes after notes. I have not listened to any music because that experience has become a whole other thing, but just crazy amount of notes. Also, I've been trying to solve this Rubik's Cube. Well, actually, I tried to solve my old Rubik's Cube and did it over and over and figured out that that one had been compromised and somebody had moved the pieces or stickers around, probably my kids, and so it was an unsolvable cube that I had spent like a lot of hours just thinking it was my own fault. This is a brand new cube that we picked up at Walmart, and I am pretty competent in getting the first 2 layers solved over and over and over and over. And I am learning that this last layer has a couple of different algorithm approaches. And when I first learned, I learned it in a really basic, easy way, and now I'm learning that there are other ways. And so also learning that the internet can keep me confused by looping the wrong algorithm videos for the last layer. So that's been fun. Okay, back to my notes. So I'd like to just acknowledge my glasses. My husband calls these my spy glasses. I 100% know that I was coerced to buy these. There was a friend who suggested I look on a certain website for these glasses, or just for glasses in general. And I did, and I kind of scrolled through, saw a couple of things that I liked. I might have favored them or hearted them, but I didn't complete a purchase. I don't remember. And then I think it was like some time later, maybe a significant time later, when I actually had the time, space, capacity, and money to purchase glasses, and I went back onto that same site, and these were actually called Hendrix, which is exactly the way that I spell my name. And so name association is something I've always been pretty fascinated by, of how, sometimes, like when we didn't name one of our kids Leo because Lance had a really negative name association with the name Leo. And sometimes when I hear certain names, I instantly feel a little ill. I have to really work through that feeling when I hear that name, because it's like, oh, just because you have that same name as somebody else doesn't mean that you're going to do the same thing to me. So name association is pretty strong, but it's also really strong in sales. So if you see something with your own name that you have, like, I like my last name, it's a pretty cool last name, Hendrix, and I really like Jimi Hendrix. And I was also fascinated by the fact that these were the style that I had looked at, a style that I had looked at. So something in the entire algorithm went, let's attach her name to it and see if she might go for it. And then there was this like add-on film, this like red film on these glasses. I've never had a red film on my glasses. I'm usually pretty bare bones. I was like buying, like Walmart reader glasses for a while because I couldn't afford anything else, even though that wasn't my actual prescription. So went through like 3 months of not being able to really see properly this year. Anyway, when this was added on, it was like something about how it would protect you from like the biometric face scan ID thing, I think is what it was. Actually, hold on. 1 second.